across, and I'll also be sending my solicitors to thank you. So, because of brevity of time, I have a presentation, but I'm not sure if that can go. Is it possible to have the presentation?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So while we wait for the presentation, Heritage Home is just one of our subsidiary company. We're a Diaspora company based here in the United Kingdom. Our company is a group, Heritage Group, but we major mainly in mortgage financing, real estate development, we invest in hotels and all that. But back in 2006, for over 30 years, this is what we've been doing. But looking at the demography of this audience, I'm going to kind of tweak my presentation so that it meets the aspiration and expectation of some of us that are here. I'm a chartered surveyor. I'm also a mortgage broker here at the same time. We have a practice in Nigeria that's backed up about 35 years as a chartered surveyor also. So, but the presentation I'm going to do here, before going into all of that, is back in 2006, what we may do actually is trying to see how we can grow for our customer, both prospectives and the ones that we already have. And back from 2006, we looked at the UK market and also offshore market, and we saw that in the Nigerian property market, there's an aspect of it that was not doing very well, which was the buy-to-let. And also, Nigerians then were also having challenges buying into UK properties and overseas properties using their own identity. So as a broker here, back in 2006, we started writing mortgages for Nigerians in the UK using their identity. Some of us already know that back then, people were buying through proxy. You buy a property using the brother's name or whatever, and so many problems came out of that because some brothers just became overnight millionaires. They were taking the mortgage, taking loans on those properties. And what happened later, the possession began to happen. But back then, we started writing these mortgages. But today, you and I know what the history has been. Property has skyrocketed. Like, UK market goes up, 100% every 7 to 10 years. And so the properties we bought back in 2008 for 60,000, some of them are going for like 180,000 to 200,000 naira today. Not only that, the cash flow that comes, passive cash flow that comes from those properties is awesome. Though we're praying that our currency will get better, because not our advantage that naira is about 120 whatever to £1. But at the same time, we've been able to choose that. So if we have that, and I know some of us who are here, some of us are headed towards retirement and trying to begin to plan towards the future and see what we can get cash flow. So majorly we specialize in arranging mortgages for non-UK residents to own properties in the UK. And we can sell as much as 60% of that loan for you. All you need to add is just 40% of that, and you are good to go. And also, we reversed that back in about 10 years now. We also looked at how we can create value for Nigerian diaspora back in Nigeria. Many of us have said that when you take naira and you take pounds to Nigeria, just forget it there. It won't come back. But we said no. And we've been able to create a niche market where you can actually take your pounds back to Nigeria, grow the funds, and bring it back here. This we've done successfully. In one of our projects we are doing, in fact, there's one of those projects that actually can use that as an illustration. It's offloading a property in the UK, Nigeria today, and diverting that money back into UK to buy to the property. And that was a fantastic arrangement that we know is workable and we can see. So today I'm going to jump through the presentation. Also, as a company, we did not just go to Nigeria to say, okay, how much money are we going to be there? We have done quite a lot also to improve, property delivery, not only property delivery, our quality of artisans. The challenges we're having in Nigeria, that our artisans are not very skilled. And so most of the product we do, we build in Nigeria at the moment. So we're getting the right skilled person to deliver project for us has been a big challenge. So coming into that, we invest heavily into that. We set up a vocational training institute that trained our artisans and so we trained artisans free of charge. And today, we have trained close to about 60 set of, the first set of 10, they have got about 60 artisans have gone into that, go through that training. We started that just last year. And we have trained so many of them. If time permits, you will see their testimonial. Not just for work for us, we train them and release them to go work. Some of them will retain them as contractors who also work for us today. And we believe that we can change the dynamics of property delivery rather than going to Ghana or to Togo or Benin Republic to get these guys to come. We can also upscale local artisans. So now, the dynamics is this. For the Nigerian diaspora, like I said, the mix of the audience may not be really attractive in terms of what we're trying to do, because this tends more towards the diaspora. The population of Nigeria is actually the main driving force in this area. And property investment in Nigeria is not just about just going to buy property. And let me also say before I go further, that this presentation is available for you. Once we have your details, we can send this presentation to you. We have a stand at the back there. Just leave your name and your contact, and we'll send you the presentation. Also, there's a book, one of my books is there. It's called Profiting from Real Estate Investment. Because when it comes to property investment, really, it's not just jumping into doing it. They must know what you are doing and know how to go about it. Right? So that is very important. And one of my popular saying is Stephen Covey that says, begin with the end in mind. When you're investing in real estate or anything else at all, you must determine your exit from the point of entry. So that at the end of the day, when things don't go right, you know how to work things and to retrace your steps. So Nigerian population is the dynamics here. In the area of housing, many of us have talked about Nigerian deficit, about it was used to be 17 million. Now we're getting a number of about 20 million. I think recently we started talking about 22 million of housing. But we've done a kind of deep study on that to actually see this 22 million or whatever, or what category, what are demographics. And we discovered that a huge number of that percent actually fall below the low income earner, which means that you have to provide affordable housing. And the truth is that there's no housing that is actually affordable. Somebody has to subsidize it to become affordable. And like you know, back in Nigeria today, when you go to market to buy your iron, you call someone, your supplier tells you that if you got a deal that supplier or so like gives you a deal, gives you the price. By the time you say, okay, you just give me an hour, let me arrange the funds. Then you get back to it, it tells you, oh, sorry, that price no longer holds. So it tells you how the prices are going up. But anyway, for diaspora that are here, who are looking into the opportunities in the Nigerian market, this slide is actually for you. There are fantastic going on in Nigeria, particularly in Lagos and other cities. Lagos has done so well in the past few years, and some of us that are following you will know. Lagos created a city called the New Lagos and established Lekki Free Zone. In 2016, we decided as a UK company to go and invest in that particular development, that new city. And we acquired some land within that city. In 2017, those land we bought then, I don't want to give figures now, has gone over 300%. Has gone over 300%. And so, and I looked at, land with whether with planning permission or without planning permission in the UK, how many of those lands have actually gone by 50% in the last 5 years or thereabout. So this is the niche market we're actually, presenting to our diaspora. So for diaspora, the diaspora are looking into investing in real estate in Nigeria to generate cash flow and at the same time to meet their regular remittance rather than sending money back. The buy-to-let that we're building in the Lekki Free Zone is the #1 choice for you. Now, why did we pick that? Lekki Free Zone, some of us have heard about Akande refinery, the deep sea port, and a lot of things happening in that axis. Now, the industrial area is far ahead. So as we speak now, probably from November this year, Akande refinery will start production. And as we speak, there is no feasible housing for any of the staffs to live in. And my engagement with Akande refinery management, they've confirmed that their priority is not to build houses for their staff at the moment. They are concerned about delivering the project first. So you can imagine what that would be for any diaspora or even Nigerian back at home who may be looking to do such a business. Even as now, we're consulting already, we're already interrogating with Dangote Refinery, and they're ready to take up our plot and pay up rent up to 5 to 10 years, upfront, once those developments are ready. So that is one of the areas that diaspora or people back in Nigeria can take advantage of. That particular one is a niche market, and that particular one, when we go further in the slide, you'll see I'll be able to give more information about it. The next one is land banking. This is one area that has come out, and it's a dynamic in Nigeria that you really cannot understand. In Nigeria today, land has actually been commoditized. It's no longer that I'm just buying land anymore, buying land to build or buying land to keep. It's that buying land to raise funds to build capital. Land banking is number one for some of us who are thinking of, okay, my money in Barclays has been there for the past 6 months or whatever, and what is the interest rate? Maybe 0.2 or maximum 1%. So rather than leaving the money to life value or just saying the Barclays or NatWest or whatever, with the land banking, we had a scheme we bought, our second scheme, also within the Lekki Free Zone. This scheme was bought 2021, just around the COVID period. And we bought these properties, I can give figure here. Those properties were like 4.5 million naira per plot. Today, for many of us that are familiar with that axis, where you have the Alaro City and the rest of them, those plots sell for between 25 and 35 million naira. It sounds ridiculous, but that is the truth. That's the truth. So now, for a diaspora who's looking into growing funds in Nigeria, you tend to buy your get on the property ladder here, or you want to just go and fund and raise funds for whatever capital you're thinking of, maybe in the next 5 years, 2 to 5 years, and you're looking at where can I grow this money? Rather than leaving your money here, these are the kind of areas you can put this money, and we guarantee you that within the next 24 to 6 months, you are bound to get as much as 150 to 250%. So I'm going to be jumping now. Let's just go to, okay, this is the phase one for graphics. In 2017, those land were bought at 5 million naira. And so if you look at it, 2023 today, that's our phase one. That has already sold out. What we're doing now is we're building houses in those are where we're doing the buy-to-let development. It's just next door to Dangote Refinery. And these are government land, Lagos State government land, purposely meant for building housing for the industry. So today, it will go for 50 million naira. So that is the particular development we're talking about. So if you look at our phase two, this is more ridiculous. In phase two that we got in 2021, just during the COVID whatever era, those ones were bought, that's even more ridiculous. We bought them at 2 million naira, although you have to do your due diligence and know what you're doing because all kinds of things happen within that market. And today, those are the ones we're selling now. Those probably now go for between 25 and 35 million naira per plot. So if you want to put it in perspective, what is the percentage? And so if you're saying that the forex Nigerian currency is bad and the foreign exchange is gone down, you made over 300%, 250%. So you should be rest assured that won't be a problem for you if you want to go grow your money. But the important thing is that you must buy the right thing, know the right place, get all your due diligence done, make sure you get people that can do the work for you. Finally, let me just give us what we have done in terms of giving back. Please, this is very important. Like I said, sorry, can we play? Okay. Can we give that volume? So when we went back to Nigeria, we started our project and we discovered that artisans are very, very poorly skilled. So we set up what we call a professional training center called the BMS, that's Building Maintenance Vocational Training Center. And we started training these young men. And if we had volume, you will hear what they have gone through and how they've been able to shape. And that system is ongoing. These trainings are done free of charge. We pick them randomly, and once we train them, we send them back. But they've actually helped our projects. Our projects guys are coming out much better. We now use less of the Togolese and the rest of them to do our projects. So you see the mason, you see You see the, can you please play the
Okay,
other
got it.
one? Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we have for you, and we believe that the market will be for us. There is good opportunity in Nigeria. Apart from value, thank you so much.